Why, hello, friends and followers. What is this, you may ask? Well, this is the power amplifier to the venerable Omni 6 transceiver, which is a pile of parts over here. At any rate, there was no bias in this final, so I figured the op-amp chip, the LM356, was shot, and sure enough. So I put a socket in there last week, and the chip finally came after a week. It's like you want to fix stuff, and it takes so long for stuff to come in on eBay or from anybody, Mouser. It's like, holy crap. Anyway, I finally got some chips to put in there, and I popped in the chip, and yeah, it works great. So I got the amp on the little power supply here, just testing out the bias, and you can see it draws a little bit of current there when the key line is enabled. So this line here is the one that powers up when the amp wants to key. So I can set the bias right now basically, but just to give you a show of how it works, you can look at the schematic here and note the pins coming out on pin 1, coming out on pin 1 for the driver, pin 7 for the final. So yep, it all works pretty good now. Okay, so pin 1, right there. There's some voltage there, so that used to be 0. And if I vary the pot here, I can't do it with one hand, but 1210, turn it this way. Different number, so that works. Now pin 7. That number is what? Pin 7. 1206. Give it a little crank here. Okay, yeah, so that all works fine, and you can see that bias on the base here of the final. Some bias hanging around there, so yeah, this thing's all set. So you can note on the meter here that there's current taken. When the bias changes, I'm definitely getting more current through the final as it's taking power. So that's kind of interesting. And so what we can do now is set the bias per the book and get it all set, put a current meter on here and set it. So we can find the instructions for that and set the bias on that power amplifier and be all set. Maybe I'll do that in the next video. Okay, well, that's my little video here for how to fix a final amplifier bias, at least on a 10 Tec. Might be this chip here, the op-amp chip. So could be a good thing to replace that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, so yeah, this chip drives this transistor and this one, which then apply bias to the driver and the finals. Take care.